privacy, I'll keep it hush, hush. I'll stay down low for you. I like when it's just you and me, I'll keep it hush, 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 baby. I know you love it.
Guys, it's Lex
and Courtney,
and you are listening to another episode of The Pleasure's All Yours. We are here again this week, encouraging sexual liberation in the Black and queer communities. We just wanted to make a cute little space for us to come and talk and really just indulge in all things pleasure. Really just remind everybody that the pleasure is...
It's all yours, baby.
It's for you. Wow. What's up, Court?
What is up? I don't know. The sky, inflation, gas prices, ugly boys' penises. I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of things are up that shouldn't be up.
Interesting.
I'm just thinking, I don't know. I don't know. What is up? I don't know. I don't know.
You remember when you used to be like, I ask Lex what's up, and then she'd be like, what's up?
At this point, I get it. I get it. Because what is up? There's nothing, I don't know. It's been like a weird fucking period of time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. How are you?
I'm good. I had to think about it for a second.
Yeah. We gotta think about it these days.
I'm actually extremely stressed out, but there's no positive statement after that. That's just it.
But you keep it positive. We try to keep the energy at a neutral level as to not make the situations worse. I think that has been my motto for like the last 2 weeks.
I feel like I've been doing really good at that because my urge to commit a crime / be violent towards someone based off actions that they have done to me is very high. And you know what? I feel like I've been being baited either by this person purposefully or by the universe. But I'm not taking the bait, bitch.
Yeah, please don't. We have a podcast to run and I do not have enough money in my bank account to bail you out, bitch. Like, you was going to be sitting there for a minute while I pop some pussy to try to get you out.
Wow, okay. I'll behave myself. It's okay. I will make sure I behave myself.
But I understand. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah, but go me.
Yeah, truly. I'm just, I just hope that, I can't blame everything on the stars and moons because I get on this fucking podcast and do it every fucking week. But like, I just can't, I'm like wondering when the energy is going to change.
Yeah.
I'm just really wondering because it's like, it's really not you. It's not just you. It's like so many people around me. It's just things are just feeling so, it's so hot outside.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so hot outside that it makes everything a level of pissed off that you just don't even understand. Like, you just walk out and you like forget something in your car and you're like, motherfucker.
Because I don't want to, like, I'm literally going to sweat 4 steps when I step out of the door. Like, yeah.
The only thing saving me, bitch, is that 5-pound bucket of clay over there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me tell you. I told I had to break some news to my parents this weekend, and for both of those conversations, which were both separate and an hour long, I sat down at my little table, I took out a big clump of clay, and I just worked the whole time I was on the phone with them. It kept my like energy calm, it kept me centered, it kept me from really yelling and getting upset, and it kept me confident. So I
really love that for you.
I really
that
feel like that
really
might be my
happy.
new fucking thing.
I do love that for you. She said, we're going to have a just wait till I get home to my clay, bitch.
Bitch!
Call your ass up with this clay. Oh, bitch, it's over with for you.
But I will say, if you guys are interested in getting any coochie trays or any future collection trays from Lex or I, please DM us because we can make you a little something and we won't charge you very much, bitch. Just shipping and handling and a little bit of love. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I had someone ask me to make a custom one of them. Yeah, that girl from the show, because we had the show.
Oh yes, we did have the show.
we went to Orgasmic. I guess that'll be my pleasure moment for last week for sure.
Okay.
Was Orgasmic. It was super, super fun.
It was a lot
I
of fun.
definitely enjoyed it. Lots of black, gorgeous bodies, lots of kink, black, gorgeous bodies. Like, it was just really, really nice, really dope. It was hot as fuck in that bitch, which was like really irritating considering it was really hot outside.
There was like no escaping because you would go outside and all you would get is like hot air.
Yeah, and then you come inside and it's hot air. So, you know, for the most part, I feel like it was really fun. But yeah, I agreed with one of the other vendors was like, I feel like there should have been a time frame where people could walk around and look at the vendors and like see what was going on, because there was always something going on so it makes it hard for people to like concentrate. So it's like you want the vendors to come and make money, but there's also all these other things going on, so it like sort of makes it hard to focus.
Not a lot of room for conversation
because it was fucking loud and the DJ was awful.
It was a lot, but it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I would love to do it again. Can't wait to do it again. We had a fun little table with a big sign that says, "The pleasure is." And then we had people write down what pleasure meant for them. And we got lots of fabulous, funny answers. I'm going to have to post some of the pictures of the sticky notes.
I'm still thinking about because, we asked the men too. And there was this one guy who just wrote loose on his pleasure is loose. I was like, okay.
Hell yeah. Loose in definition, loose in shape, like all of the above. Yes.
Yeah, but we had a lot of like euphoric bliss, like escape. Like a lot of people view orgasm sort of the same, but a lot of them were like, girl. And we had some of our, fans come out too, which was also really nice.
Yeah, shout out to all of y'all that listen every week. I know they definitely did, the fans that came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we appreciate the support. We gave away 2 big-ass raffles. Big-ass raffles. And we really need to, at some point, not anytime soon, don't get excited, do another one for our followers because we are getting up there too. Y'all are listening when we say, hey, follow us on this count.
Because it's happening, babes.
Yeah, at @allyourpleasures_ if you'd like to follow us right now on Instagram and you never heard of us.
Just go real quick.
And then I think Lex did a post on Sunday about the event. So if you want to see what the event looks like and how sexy we looked and how sexy everybody else looked, and if you would like to go to the next one, you can check out the details on that post. Yes. So kill 2 birds, 1 stone,
Go on, bitch. Everybody that needs to be tagged is tagged.
Yeah. I'm going to say that was my pleasure moment too. I think that was that, or on Saturday night, after work, I came home and I did just clay art for I had to force myself to stop. And I'm just in that zone right now where I'm making things for all my friends. So I'm like, ooh, what would they like? What do they need? What do they need? Because I really want them to be things that you all can use.
Yeah, because you really like gifts like that.
I like useful gifts. I don't want to just fill your home with trinkets, okay? Or tchotchkes. But yeah, that was my pleasure moment for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do love that. That's great. Wow. Well, here's to the next orgasmic event. Yeah.
Woohoo. Or any other events you guys would like us to come to for a fee.
Okay. Well, we start off every episode, obviously, with a pleasure moment / catch up. And then we do a fun fact. And our fun fact for today, I feel like we may have mentioned this on a different episode, but I couldn't remember. And I was kind of in a rush because I forgot that I didn't get a fun fact. Anyway. On average, a male orgasm is only 6 seconds. Like the actual orgasm itself, 6 seconds. And for women, it is usually about 20 seconds.
That kind of makes it make sense why
they be fucking all the time.
Yes, why they want sex so much. Because it's so short. If it's a sneeze, I would be wanting to sneeze all the time too. But for women or for people with vaginas, it just it is a little longer lasting. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I read that, I was like, that's literally why them niggas just be trying to bust everywhere, every second with anybody, because we over here have been on, but that's on average. They have said that some of them can last up to 45 seconds. So I'm like
something you have to train your body for.
Yeah. But I'm like, dude, y'all got 6 seconds and we are
in bliss.
Yeah.
So that means that you should be getting the water. You should be making the food, the sandwiches. You should be getting the towel. You should be, by you, I mean men.
Yeah, because I was like, don't point at me. I ain't doing none of that shit.
You guys should be them, because I don't know if right now, I think our percentages, sometimes it's always between 5% and 15%. Right now, I'm pretty sure y'all are at 7. Yeah. So the 7% of people that have penises that are listening to this show, you guys should be the ones providing most of the aftercare, because we are still in bliss for another 15 seconds after you, baby. Let me chill. Don't fucking talk to me. Yeah. Don't say a word. Don't
Just
say
let me catch my breath.
a word.
Figure out where I'm at. Let me get my bearings, okay?
Let me enjoy this moment before you open your mouth and say something I don't want to hear.
Okay, well.
That's an interesting fun fact.
Yeah, right? I literally, I'm telling you, so many puzzle pieces click together in that moment.
The universe does not want y'all to succeed sexually.
Yeah.
At all.
Another,
to succeed sexually.
Another reason that it would make sense that niggas act like they want to be a bad bitch.
Because you do.
Because you do.
You want to have 20-second orgasms.
And 80,000 nerves
in your pussy. Like, but you can't.
Well, today's pleasure principle is in honor of Orgasmic, really, because we were surrounded by kink and BDSM all night. It is the history of BDSM. And let me tell you something. I learned quite a bit during research for this, and I just really love that when that happens. So buckle up, babes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So for those of you who do not know, maybe this is your first epi, maybe you just literally don't know. BDSM is bondage, domination, sometimes discipline, sadism, and
Masochism.
Masochism. I don't know why that CH always throws me off with my eyes.
Because you want to do the ch.
Yeah.
But it's a k.
Yeah. This is the practice of giving or taking control, usually in a sexual situation. It can also involve pain. Doesn't always have to, but most of the time it does in some way. The terms sadism and masochism
You got it.
were coined in 1880. In the 1880s.
Okay.
A lot of sexual historians do believe that it has been around a lot longer, but it was given a name during that time, and it was by like this site. I guess like not really a psychologist, but he was a doctor. So yeah. The most early documentations of BDSM usually involved goddesses and gods. So we're talking about like
Greek,
way
Roman
back.
vibes.
We're talking about ancient shit. Yeah, we're not talking about no shit that nobody alive today has. You find it, you discover it when you digging up shit. What's that? Archaeology?
Yes, girl.
There we go.
Get
Yeah.
them words today.
So in ancient Mesopotamia, there was a lady. Her name was Inanna. Let me tell you something. I was telling Courtney before the episode, I'm about to go find out every single thing I can find out about Inanna, okay? Because she sounds cool as fuck. Her name translates to Lady of Heaven. Ooh. Yes, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, just wait, because she's really a bad bitch. She was the goddess of love, fertility, wisdom, and war, but she is also closely associated with divine law, beauty, sex, and political power. Her Greek counterpart would be kind of like Aphrodite. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but This is Mesopotamia. So it is said that she would whip her constitutes into a pure and wild sexual frenzy. And sometimes her halls would be filled with the sound of like moans of pleasure or pain. And people would be dancing as all of this was happening, like
in a trance.
Yes, literally. Which was the first like ideation of pleasure and pain.
Mm-hmm. So very interesting.
Yeah. So shout out to Inanna and her temple
of pleasure and pain.
Yeah. There is also. Side note, this was a side note with a bunch of other things about her, but one of the things that I really loved about her was she would worship her own pussy. Like, she's a god. She's one of the top 7.
Yeah.
So she's worshiping her own coochie, and she would make men do the same thing. Yeah. She would make them get down on their hands and knees and, like, literally worship her pussy.
Would they be like pulled into it? Did they talk about
I don't know.
that?
They didn't. Okay. They didn't specify. But she did say sometimes she'd make them like put on a dress and do it. Ooh. And she'd make them do it in front of like a bunch of people. Sometimes like it was like a thing. So you go to Inanna and you have to worship her pussy. Like, you have to. So I'm like, is it just them bowing? Is it them kissing it?
Like presenting it fruits.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I watched
bringing gifts and things.
I watched a show called American Gods. It's canceled now, but it was great. It was like 3 or 4 seasons on Stars, and it was basically about like all these ancient gods that like were trying to figure out how to like stay relevant in the modern world, because we worship things like technology and globalization and capitalism and things like that. So they're like trying to find where they fit. And like there was a black goddess from like some part of Africa. I don't know if it was West Africa or if it was like Egypt, Africa, or like Mesopotamia. But she was like the goddess of like love and sex and power. And like she used to like trance men, and they would like dance and scream and all that stuff. And then like she would have them bow in front of her like pussy. Yeah. And then they would like look into it like it was like a universe. And then they would be like eaten by her pussy. She would just like take them all the way in.
Okay, yeah, like, that's how you stay young. Yeah, that's how you stay young.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Fuck yeah. I want that.
Yeah, give me that one.
Give me that pussy. But she also she's known for a lot of things. One of them is punishing a mountain for challenging her authority.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That's a bad bitch.
That's a bad bitch, okay? She released fury onto a gardener after he raped her in her sleep.
Okay. As she should have.
As she should have, yes, absolutely. Tracked down the woman who murdered her husband and killed that hoe.
Okay. Why don't you kill him?
Well, she didn't. I don't think anything was going on between them.
Oh, she just murdered him.
She just murdered
her husband,
Inanna's husband. Oh, so she went and found that bitch and was like,
okay, they weren't
blood for blood. You know,
wow,
she was
crazy.
Like, bitch, you are not safe.
Okay, yeah.
She also was a patroness and a protector of sex workers. Bitch, yeah. She had a temple specifically for them to go and be safe and do their thing. And it was closely associated to her cult following. Like, it was something that, like, everyone knew. But she was for the girls. That's all I heard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's Inanna. Basically, she is the bitch that's like, hey, get on your hands and knees. I'm going to humiliate your ass real quick. This is my shtick. You know, she was just really sex positive, and like, that's just what's her thing. All of the stories I was reading about her is also her just riding or dying for her friends and her family. Like, bitch, don't fuck with her, because she would come and deal with you immediately. Passion. So, yes. Yeah. So I just really love that too. But on to the next. In ancient Greece, there was a goddess named Artemis, and she is the goddess of chastity, childbirth, wild animals, hunting, and also vegetation. There was a cult in Sparta in her honor. There was a ritual that was assumed that the virgins, I don't know if they were virgins, but the virgins of wherever they were living would dance hypersexually around the courtyard, while there was an altar that had like fruits and food and things like that, where the men would go. They would have to race there, but they would be getting flogged while they were racing there. So like, you had to get there, like, and they'd be hitting the shit out of them apparently. So it's like some of them wouldn't make it because like it hurt too much, so they like back out. But that's where the first like flogging instances come from.
Wow.
It's from Sparta doing this thing
to honor the Roman goddess.
Yeah, Artemis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I put survival of the fittest, maybe? Question mark.
Shit.
But there were priests that would go behind them, and they would literally just be beating their ass. Get over there. But it was called I don't even know what this is.
Oh, flagellating?
Flagellating. I don't know what I don't like that word.
So flagellating comes from the Greek word flagella, meaning feet. Girl. I do know that flagella is a thing, and I think of the germs that have the legs that move like this.
Okay.
That's where it's from. I don't know nothing else about this. The root word, don't quote me.
Okay, well, that is like what it is called. But in Greece, flogging was, it was in a lot of rituals. It was like, it wasn't even like it could be incorporated into a sex thing, but for them, it was more of like some of it was like a show of respect or just like offering to the gods or something like that, you know? So it wasn't purely sexual, but they did have a tomb of whipping, which on the walls of this would be like men holding whips of some kind, like hitting a naked woman or something like that. There was one where she's like sucking his dick, and then there's like, there's another one standing behind her, like holding her legs, but they both of the men have like a whip in their hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
the ancients were super freaky deaky, like 10 times.
Yeah. So there was that. If you go online and you type in tomb of whipping, it will show you like pictures of what it looks like, because there was a lot of different pictures on the walls. But there is one in particular that was in a lot of articles, and it was the one that I was just speaking of. There was also a tomb of flogging that was dedicated to Dionysus, who was he was known as the god of wine, but some people also called him the god of debauchery, overindulgence, pleasure, festivities, insanity, theater, orchards, fruits, and religious ecstasy. He also really sounded like just a really cool dude, and he was also described as being like extremely beautiful, that was one thing. And he came to be because his Zeus fucked some mortal, the mortal gave birth. What's her name? Hera was pissed. Yeah. So she convinced his mom to tell Zeus, "Oh, show me your light," and like humans can't see that. So she like disintegrated, but the fetus was still there, and Zeus basically picked it up and boom,
raised it as his own. Yeah. He was such a slut.
Yeah, right. But he literally is the god that made wine. So if you are a wine lover, you do have Dionysus to thank. And just, just a pretty boy drinking a pretty drink,
It's giving queer vibes. I don't know.
Every picture that I saw of him, I was like, that man is fruity.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 15th century Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Yes.
They are not weird, freaky.
Yeah, different. Yeah. But in Japan, there was a martial art known as Hojujitsu.
Okay.
Which was focused on rope restraint. There was literally no use for this other than to restrain prisoners. So like people that they would capture for literally any crime they committed, they would put them in these rope ties. The samurais would put them in there. They bind the prisoners with intricate ties to prevent escape while being pleasing to the eye. And it was required that they were pleasing to the eye because they would walk the prisoners around the town.
Oh, humiliation.
And rope play.
Okay, little shibari before shibari was shibari.
Yeah, this is where it's from. It's like 1400s or something like that. So yeah, that's where that's from. So, pretty rope ties. Hojujitsu. Yeah, there you go. There's that. And I saw like a few pictures of like how what it looks like in training, and you just see these crazy ass knots, and I'm like, dude, how did you do that?
How do you train? Like I'm sure they started when they were like 10 years old. They're like, hey, you are gonna be a Hojujitsu master. Let's learn how to tie up some cooch, but like not in a sexual way because you're 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure you have even more. It's just so interesting to hear how how closely torture and pleasure have always lined up together in our like psyche, Yeah.
And Freud was saying like it's basically I really went into a rabbit hole when I was looking at this. But Freud was saying that it is not really like, it's not like how some people are like, oh, this is, some people are like, this is like a mental illness, or like this stems from something
Trauma.
mental that has happened, you know. Freud was basically like, oh, these are just the male and female personalities that have been suppressed coming to the forefront. So like, of course, women want to be submissive and men want to be dominant, but from what it sounded like, the way he was saying it was very like heteronormative. So it was very gender role-y. But like, if we're going based off, okay, masculinity and femininity and like what it's constructed to be in our society, then yeah, that would make sense. Like, you know, some people do want to be more soft and like not have to worry about things, and some people do want to be a little rougher and be in charge of things. So, you know,
it's also like your nerves aren't like, there's not pleasure nerves and pain nerves. It's just nerves, and then your brain deciding like how it wants to interact with it. So that switch up of just like being in that zone of like, is it torture, is it pleasure? You know. And
I think that's like a really appealing part of BDSM, is like the fine line between the pleasure and the pain. And I mean, those receptors in your brain are like just so close to each other too. So but I can agree at least that like the subconscious does bring like things to the forefront that kind of make it, it's like, oh, I didn't think I was going to like that. And then there are some things that I'm like, I don't like that because of my subconscious. I'm like, no, bitch. So, you know, wow, the more you know.
The more you know. Tell me more.
In the 1880s, during the Gupta Golden Age in India, Kama Sutra was brought to the forefront. I didn't know how to say his name, and that's the only reason why it's not included.
Alrighty.
But he was a religious and philosophical student. So he literally just this guy in school wrote these fucking books. But there are, before I get ahead of myself, Kama Sutra does translate to the formula of lust, or the aphorism of desire. Ooh. So cute.
Vatsyayana. Yeah. That's his name. That's the best I can do.
That's that man. But it is based in Hinduism, so technically it could be considered a holy text.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of the things there are derived from the religion. So there are 7 books, and the second book is the one that is based on sex, or that is focused mostly on sex and sexuality. There are ones on like marriage and energies and things like that, but the second one is the one that's like, oh bitch,
here's the positions to get her going.
Exactly. So he did one of the things that is in there, because our man V, that's what we're gonna call him, he did say the woman should be treated in such a way that her sexual climax is always first. And what time was this? 1880?
You niggas still don't get it.
Where did it get lost in translation? That's what I want to know. How have we veered so far from the path? But there are 10 chapters in the second Kama Sutra book. The first one is sex typology, which is basically like the pairing of different bodies and like why it would work best. Like that's basically what it was. So I was like okay.
If you're short, you should be with this person this size.
Yeah, but they would go based off genitals.
Oh?
Yeah.
Like if your genital veers to the left,
then you need to be
with a bitch whose pussy lips extend past her labia major. I'm sorry, y'all. It's after school, so y'all are really gonna be hearing these bitch ass fucking niggas upstairs ruining my fucking life. I'm really sorry about that. Go ahead, Lex.
But yeah, that is it. It would be mostly by like genitals, from what I understood. The second one was ways of embracing, as in like the person in front of you, the things you're feeling, like what's around you, like just literally ways of centrally embracing. There are I'm going to mention them all at the same time, but there are different chapters. Kissing, scratching, and biting. They all have their own.
Scratching has their own chapter.
Yeah, biting. In the biting chapter, there is such thing as good teeth and bad teeth.
Okay.
And so, like, he even lists places that you should not be biting, like the upper lip when you're kissing. Like,
tell me,
shouldn't be biting there because it's sensitive skin.
Yeah.
For most people, it's a pain that's not a pleasure. So then you kind of like take it out, you know, and then like even the bottom lip, it is good. You use good teeth on the bottom lip. You don't just like bite it. You like kind of like nibble at it, I guess. And the same thing was with like scratching and things like that. It's like, you know, scratching, he did say though, it is like more of a male thing.
Like to be done toward two males or
that they're doing it.
Okay.
But like, I didn't get why that was, because the way he described it was just like a feeling like, you know, just wanting to take control or like bring someone closer or something like that. I was like, oh, anybody could feel that though.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And then the biting also was just bite, like he'd give areas to bite.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look this up.
Right? Whenever I was like, literally there were so many things I was like, I want to do a deep dive and see what's going on there, because that sounds fucking great.
Maybe we should do a whole comma episode.
Yeah, that'd be great. I love it. Okay. The next one was varieties of sexual positions, which is usually the one people see whenever you think of Kama Sutra, because I didn't even know there were multiple books of Kama Sutra, let alone each book having their own vibe to them, and not all of them being inherently sexual, but this one is just different Kama Sutra sexual positions. The next one is modes of slapping and the accompanying of moaning. So just, I didn't...
Modes of slapping, the accompanying of moaning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how moaning can like change and like really flow.
Okay, how to listen to your partner's moans to determine what they need next.
Yeah, that too. And then the slapping, I was assuming that they were meaning like spanking, things like that. Like
self-explanatory.
Yeah. The next one is the woman playing with the man's parts, and this was like talking about like fellatio, woman being on top, you know, or just moving. It said moving her hips in a way that is pleasurable. So like, I'm assuming that everyone sort of knows what that means, because like whatever that nigga is finding pleasurable that you're doing with your hips, do that, and you're obeying the chapter there, baby. The next one was oral sex. It was discussing the act itself and the people who engage in it. And it kept referencing to a third, I forgot what they called it, but it was like a third something.
A third gender?
I guess.
They have that in the Hindu.
Yeah. So there was that. And so, you know, the article I was reading, they were like, you know, they were thinking they were either talking about like cross-dressing people or trans people, being like the people who were like, I'm down for some
oral.
Yeah.
Damn, well, they were, again, setting the fucking trends early on.
Yeah. And then the last one was the start and finish of sex. That's like the 10th chapter. So there's 10 chapters altogether in the second book. And that one is just the start and finish of sex. And it is like more of like it's more of like an energies thing.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, just... The book sounds good, okay? That's all I know.
Yeah.
The book sounds good as fuck. So, yeah, that was the 10 books of Kama Sutra.
Hot.
Yeah, so today we went to Mesopotamia. Okay, we went to Greece. Okay, we went to Japan.
Wow.
Okay, and where else did we go? We went to India.
Eastern civilizations, they fucking knew what they were doing. I guess, I don't know if you would consider Greece. Yeah, because Mesopotamia is still east to me. I don't know. Western civilization, it gives European. It gives America.
Queen Mother.
Yeah, and we are so sexually repressed that no fucking wonder it didn't exist for us at all.
Yeah.
I mean, for them, because I was a part of whatever was going on the East.
Yeah.
My past life was getting fucked and getting fucked the right way.
Yeah.
It was worshiping the gods and the goddesses giving me wet pussy.
Yeah. And you were the focus because you were a woman, you got a pussy.
Yeah. What happened?
What happens as a society?
Patriarchy.
Yeah.
Duh.
Fucking Ken. But yeah, that I don't know. I was really looking at all of this and I was like, dude, I want to go and read and just get on YouTube. You know how there's those cute little
animated things?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want to go fucking watch so many of those.
Yeah.
And I want to learn more about Inanna, okay?
Send me the fun ones.
Yes, absolutely. And also Dionysus, because that nigga just seemed fruity as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's also the god of fruit and wine. Like, that is gay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's giving twink a little bit.
It's giving twink just a little bit.
Just frolicking in the forest with your carafes of wine and sangria.
And he literally traveled the world, and everywhere he went, he introduced wine. Like, he literally was like, hey, I made this thing. You gotta try this.
Y'all are about to have a fucking wild night.
So he basically just went around the world getting everybody drunk.
That's dope.
And, you know, debauchery happens when you get drunk.
It does.
Which is why debauchery is closely associated to his name.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The Greek orgies and the Roman orgies you hear about, historic.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Also really scary.
Our little meat and potatoes was very juicy today.
It was so informative. It was so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Who
really
knew like
enjoyed
all those gods and goddesses we were reading about in our little public libraries as children were like really big freaks.
Yeah, literally. They're telling us about fucking Percy Jackson. We need to be talking about them niggas that was sitting in that big ass temple when he went up that elevator.
Hell yeah.
I want a story about them niggas. A rated R story. A rated X story, actually. No, let's keep it rated R.
Just so we can get it to theaters?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they could get good actors.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Well, we always end the episode with questions for the girls.
Okay.
And I feel like I have some fun ones today. The first one is, if you had a time machine and no racism, but we don't know if racism was real, but if you had a time machine and no racism, the second one's key here.
Yeah.
Which one would you go to?
What time period or what area?
Or what area would you go to?
Oh my freaking, okay, that's such a good question. And I love that you really let me know in advance that it's pre-racism.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would hang out with my own people. I actually think I would probably go to India because they were writing the shit down. They were studying it as a science. They were like, yo, you need to please your woman. You need to have a good sexual relationship in order to have all these other parts of your relationship fulfilled.
Yeah.
So I think I would want to go there because I would want to be a part of the learning process, like a volunteer.
Yeah.
Hey, coming in every Saturday
not
from
the research study,
8 to 2, and I'm just here to kind of like let you guys figure out what feels good, you know? Like
free orgasms, absolutely.
Yeah, and they had a very loose definition of like gender and sexuality.
They did, yeah.
So I'm down. Let's go there.
Yeah.
What about you?
Perfect. You know, obviously, I'm going wherever Inani's at.
Okay.
You
want to see Inani's punani.
Yeah, and like she was just so much for the girls, like for women. Like she was an advocate.
Yeah,
and,
she was.
And she was a ride or die. And I'm sorry, it just seems like that is also me. Yeah. So I would love to meet an individual.
I hope you like really tap into her and her goddess energy in your just daily life moving forward. Since you connect with her so much, maybe this was a sign that she. Yeah,
she went to the underworld to collect her lover's soul. I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm saying. Just a bad bitch, okay? Yeah, so that's where I would go.
Okay, that makes sense.
I would be in her cult. I'd probably be a head priestess there.
You would want to be doing some of the flogging of the men running into the temple?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
My next one is, if you were a goddess that was something sexual, what do you think you would be the goddess of?
I would think I would be, oh my God. No, I don't want to say something dumb. Hold on. Let me give this some thought. Do you have yours?
I think I would probably be like, I don't know, like I would probably be like, I don't want to say like, well, they're goddesses of things. Okay.
Yeah.
These are acts that I'm thinking.
No, but you can like, yeah.
Yeah.
Say it.
I think I'd probably be like a goddess of like appreciation of worship, but like in a sexual manner, as in like just worshiping your partner, the person, whoever it is, whatever level of like relationship it is, that is just like something I would be like, yeah. If
Okay,
y'all are
like,
showing,
of
if
like
y'all
adoration.
are, yeah, adoration, yes,
Yeah,
goddess of
yeah,
adoration. I think
yeah.
that's what I would be.
I
I
love
feel like
that.
that would fit me very well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I think that helps. I think I would be the goddess of like seduction, like the before, so like the leading up to, like how like you bring that energy to that person, how you
eyes.
get them to get you from across the room. Yeah, the eyes, the
Yeah.
things you say, the way that you talk or touch them when like, yeah, I want to be that girl that you tap into when you're trying to get this cash at the club or the bar. It's me that you're praying to in the back.
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh, okay.
Goddess Courtney Noir, please bring this money tonight. Let the richest niggas see me.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So don't forget to pay your offerings to us tonight before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
The goddess of admiration and the goddess of seduction.
Yeah, you need those things. Both of those things go so well together.
They do.
Also,
They do.
Oh,
They really do.
I love it. Okay, and my last question is, what would you say to these ancient pioneers?
Good work. I think really good work. You really set the stage for like a lot of fun to be had. A lot of opportunity for pain, a lot of opportunity for trauma, I guess, but also a lot of opportunity for connection and discovery. Like who knows how pivotal that really might have been to not just like sex and like coupling, but also like foundations of like cultures and politics and
then here came Christianity
Fucking
stopping
shit.
its big ass feet everywhere, putting a stop to everything.
I want to say like Christianity and capitalism are both like atomic bombs to civilization as a whole. They came and they really just flatlined,
annihilated shit.
So much progress.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Especially because you think of these places like present day, and it's like, what do you mean India was over here doing this? Look at what? Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Even in Greece, like that stuff being shunned on, or, you know, I just think it's just so crazy how far we've come. And I thought it was really funny that, I mean, the U.S. wasn't a thing at this time, obviously, but we didn't have much to contribute to.
No,
we didn't contribute
how could
much
we?
To the sexual.
Masters and Johnson, and like most of their shit was honestly kind of skewed from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really are not giving over here.
Yeah, that's why we're being attacked by Mother Nature from each side. I blame the founding fathers.
Yeah, and that's why our birth rate is going down as well, because we can't please our women, because you niggas are awful people.
Yeah, orgasm gap is still atrocious.
My God, I'm getting pissed. As I always do after these conversations, because like, things really could just be so different. They were so different.
I'm telling you, I always think, I've been thinking about that one TikTok I saw where it's like, if you're a girl with the oven and I'm a girl with the dick, why don't we just go make a baby together? We don't need men. And I was like, okay, listen, I've been trying to say this for forever. Yeah.
That's a good point, Lex.
It's a great
we should
point.
listen to you guys.
Yeah. It wasn't me that said it. It was one of the dolls on TikTok that said it.
Give credit where credit's due.
Exactly. I don't remember, but she got the little face. Her eyes are kind of big, but she's so pretty.
You sent me that video.
Yeah. But yes, that was it. That is our TPAY episode of the day.
Wow, thanks, Lex. That was so informative, as it always is when you do an outline, girl.
Anytime,
you make sure the details are there.
I really go into a rabbit hole, like truly. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, and this. And sometimes when I'm doing research, it gives me other questions to Google.
Yeah.
Which gives me more information, which sends me even further down the rabbit hole.
And then you bring it here, and then I listen to it for the first time, and like you can break down all these extra little episodes that we have, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like just more, you're just providing more content for us. I love that. If you have never listened to us before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube, see our pretty faces. Yeah. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Apple Music so that you never miss an episode from us. Follow us on Instagram. That way you never miss a funny, sexy meme. So you never miss our fun clips that Lex likes to put together for us. You never miss a bad bitch photo shoot. Yeah. And you never miss tips and tricks that we like to drop off throughout the month to get you having a sexy or just a pleasurable ass fucking time.
Because sometimes it's not even like about sex.
It's not.
Obviously.
Sometimes it's not about sex.
But most of the time it be that way.
And we went through a moment where it really wasn't about sex. Yeah. My orgasms are way better now than they were a month ago. Thank God we've gotten there again.
I love it.
That was really tough for us.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was really bringing us down.
It really was. The lack of coming. And it showed, I think, in the energy.
I think it did too.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the same thing the other day. I was like, wow, we've been having such fun episodes lately. Yeah. They just feel so fun while we're doing them and then right after.
Yeah. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It don't fucking work. Anyway, follow us on Instagram at allyourpleasures_. You can also find our separate accounts there so you can keep up with what we do on the side, baby. What else do we usually say? Oh, this comes out on Wednesday, but whether you're listening to this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever the fuck, enjoy your fucking week. We hope you love this episode. We love you.
Bye.
Hush, 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 baby. I know